And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream, episode 430. I do apologize if I'm a little bit off my game today. I just got my second, what's it called? The second dose of the COVID shot. And it's kicking my ass, let me tell you. Like, I am, as I'm sure you can see, wearing a very bulky sweater and track pants. Well, you can't see the track pants, but I am wearing an incredibly bulky sweater because I am shivering. I don't have a fever, but I definitely have the chills and the headache and the aches and the fatigue. So I'm going to push through as best as I can because there was some pretty good stories that I didn't want to let pass by. So I did want to do a stream. But I will push through as best as I can, but if I have to end early, I do apologize for that. But yeah, it's my arm hurts a lot. Like my arm hurt a lot the first time, like with the first shot, but it's very very much more painful this time around for my arm. I got it in my right arm this time. And it's bad. I can barely move my arm right now. To lift up my coffee even hurts, and I need to like use my left hand. And like I said, like I'm very tired and I have a pretty bad headache. So yeah, this is an interesting this is a a fun experience. But yeah, I'll push through it and we'll have a good stream because there's, like I said, there's some good stories today. I didn't want to let them go by because they need to be covered, and I figured, why not? So let's get started. First, we're gonna cover the lawsuit that Blizzard is being given. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
You're cold?
I'm freezing.
Ooh, that must be fun. Have a chocolate bar.
I literally had to put pants on over my shorts and this big bulky sweater. My head is pounding. Like, I feel like shit.
Sounds like the side effects. Hey, Alex, you want to come with me?
Could you please?
Buddy, come with me. Mama's not feeling well.
I don't want him to have to sit in the house all day, and
Well, he's going to sit in the van all day.
There's
nothing for him to do if he sits in the van.
I know, but at least he'll get like the fresh wind on his face, and like I can't.
Okay, that's fine. I will do the best I can. I've got a lot of driving. Hopefully he won't get car sick.
Well, where's the gravel? Hello, Costin. Oh, don't blame Pincalo. Pincalo brought me a ginormous bottle of Advil and a giant chocolate bar with M&Ms in it. I'm not blaming Pincalo for shit. I am not blaming Pincalo for anything right now. Come on. But yeah, so I've got a story to start with that we're going to talk about. That's better. We're going to talk about the Blizzard lawsuit. The state of California is suing Blizzard for sexual harassment and discrimination of Blizzard's female employees. And at first I thought it was like another, wah, wah, wah lawsuit, but this actually looks pretty serious. So we're going to take a look here after I throw this big bottle of Tylenol on the floor. Oh my god. Where did it go? Where the fuck did it go? Fuck it, I'll find it later. There it is. I'll find it now, apparently. Okay. I was so goddamn right about not touching the AAA groups because I didn't trust them. I sent you a tweet thread I made. I actually allowed myself a bit of arrogance. Yeah, I need to get a chance. I didn't get a chance to look at that, but I will. The one says my second shot made me feel like I was hit by a train, so I totally understand. Yeah, it's bad. Like, my first shot was nothing. Hey, Skep! How are you, sir? Yeah, my first shot, like, all that happened was my arm hurt for a day. And not even that bad. It was not even that bad of a pain in my arm. But this time, it is fucking ridiculous. Like, my whole arm, like, the injection site is really painful, but the pain is, like, radiating from shoulder to elbow. It is bad. Like, I was not expecting it to be this bad. Okay, where's this Blizzard link here that I have sent to myself? Where is it? It is right here. Yeah, California sues Activision Blizzard. So, yeah, like I said, at first I thought this was one of those, wah, wah, wah lawsuits, but this actually looks rather serious for Blizzard Activision. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look. I'm just trying to get this shared for you guys so you can see it. All right. Chrome tab. Yes, please. Oh, like even moving my arm to hit the space bar, my deltoid is like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Just got home from the VA. Oh, that's got to be fun. It was spectacularly mediocre. I'm really glad I got the Johnson & Johnson one. Oh, was there no side effects on that one, Duck Dog? I got both Pfizer. I got Pfizer for first and second, Skep. Yeah, they've your arm hurts, yeah, cost, and it takes some Tylenol before you go for your second shot. Like, really? I strongly recommend you pop either some Tylenol or some ibuprofen before you get your second dose. Because holy shit balls, is this painful. Okay, let's see here. So this is, there were so many outlets covering this. I picked the BBC because I have the least amount of trouble using their website, so we're gonna look at the BBC's coverage here. This says California sues Activision Blizzard over alleged harassment. Then this was published a day ago, and we've got the Activision logo to head the story. So let's take a listen.
One of the world's
How about I turn this up a little bit?
One of the world's largest game companies is being taken to court over an alleged frat boy culture that discriminates against women.
Huh?
The Reddit, Asmongold covered the Reddit thread from this, from the devs.
Right?
Holy fuck.
Is it that?
It's that bad. This article skims the surface of how grody this shit actually is. And that's my 2 cents.
Activision Blizzard is accused of unequal pay, promoting men over women, and widespread sexual harassment. You are currently on a text element. California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing, DFEH, is taking legal action against the company, following a 2-year investigation.
Wow, a 2-year investigation. So unequal pay, promoting men over women. I felt fine, but I was also exposed to the virus long before I got the vaccine and didn't have any ill effects. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you got the Pfizer one too. I hate these companies, but I also smell bullshit. Oh, well, apparently, like Pincalo just said, apparently a content creator covered a Reddit thread where all the devs from Activision were, and it's apparently pretty grody.
Activision called the action disgraceful and unprofessional. And it called the DFEH unaccountable state bureaucrats. Heading level 2. The company is one of the largest and most successful games companies, publishing major titles Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and many others. The DFEH made extensive allegations about an ingrained culture of discrimination and sexual harassment. You are currently...
Now, this is where I'm getting a little wary, because there are a lot of women that whine about sexism and discrimination from males, but when they show you what they're talking about, it's not really sexism or discrimination. But there are some more there are some times where there are just some pretty gross shit that happens, but there is a lot of whining about things that people say is sexism but really isn't. So this is where I'm hoping that this article will shed light here.
Female employees almost universally confirmed that working for defendants was akin to working in a frat house, the DFEH legal filing claims.
Okay.
In the office, women are subjected to cube crawls, in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office and often engage in inappropriate behavior toward female employees.
Wait, what? Really? That's that's a little ridiculous.
Male employees would also list 4 items. Bullet. Play video game. Bullet. Proudly arrive at work with hangovers. 1 of 4. Bullet. Play video games for long periods of time during work, while delegating their responsibilities to female employees. 2 of 4.
Okay, that would piss me off. If I was an employee and like the dev was like just playing the game and not actively trying to find bugs and shit, and just making me do that, I would be pissed.
Bullet. Discuss sexual encounters. 3 of 4. Bullet. Joke about rape. 4 of 4.
Well, anyone jokes about... see, joking about rape, that's ambiguous.
End of list. And such workplace cultures were a breeding ground for harassment and discrimination. Female employees are subjected to constant sexual harassment, the DFEH alleged. High-ranking executives and creators engaged in blatant sexual harassment without repercussions. You are currently
But what was it that was engaged in? Like, what...
And when formal complaints were made, Activision failed to take effective measures to solve problems. You are currently... Instead, complaints were dismissed and not kept confidential.
Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. If you make a formal complaint at work, it should always be kept confidential.
Heading level 2. Killed herself. As a result, you are currently on heading. As a result of these complaints, female employees were subjected to retaliation, including but not limited to being deprived of work on projects, unwillingly transferred to different units, and selected for layoffs, the DFEH said. You are currently on a text element.
So punitive action taken to affect their employment if they made a formal complaint about what was going on.
One female employee had even killed herself due to a sexual relationship with her male supervisor, the DFEH claimed, a tragic example of the harassment that defendants allowed to fester, an allegation Activision strongly denies. She had gone on a company trip with him, before which, another employee alleged, male coworkers had passed around intimate photos of her at a party.
Oh, wow.
List 2 items. Bullet 1 of 2. List bullet 1 of 2. Link. Men guess what I'm wearing while gaming online. Bullet 2 of link. End of list. But Activision said, we are sickened by the reprehensible conduct of the DFEH to drag into the complaint the tragic suicide of an employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever on this case and with no regard for her grieving family. You are currently...
Okay, that's a little slimy. That's a little slimy. I'm sorry, Activision. That's a slime ball move. No. Absolutely no. That's pretty scummy. Hey, Selecta Boy.
It is this type of irresponsible behavior from unaccountable state bureaucrats that are driving many of the state's best businesses out of California. You are current...
Really? You're gonna make this into a political thing? Really? That's the hill you're gonna die on, Activision. Okay.
A statue of the Tracer character frozen in mid-sprint with guns pointed. Image copyright. Image caption. Pay disparity and other career barriers were also common inside the company, the filing claims, which mean many women leave. The company's workforce is only about 20% women, it says.
Okay, I don't care what percentage is women as long as they're getting equal pay.
Its top leadership is also exclusively male and white.
I don't care what color their skin is. Okay, this is where it's getting a problem. This is where I'm getting annoyed. If it can be proved that they're actively not hiring black people because they're black, that's a problem. Okay, but I don't know why you need to point out that they're white. Yeah, I'm covering the Activision story, Selecta Boy. Ow. Fuck. Okay.
Women across the company are assigned to lower paid and lower opportunity levels. Female employees receive lower starting pay and also earn less than male employees for substantially similar work.
Substantially similar. What does that mean? I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is vague as fuck. I don't like this. I'm not a big fan of Activision, right? And if they can, if you can prove that they were specifically not hiring black, Spanish, whatever minority people because of their minority, and if you can prove that the women's work that the women were doing was dissimilar enough to merit that they be paid less, you don't have a case. This is vague as fuck, the way this article describes it.
Defendants promote women more slowly and terminate them more quickly than their male counterparts. You are correct.
But what proof is there?
And when one female employee taking on managerial responsibilities asked for a pay increase and promotion, her manager commented that they could not risk promoting her, as she might get pregnant and like being a mom too much. You are currently on a text element.
Is there proof of that? Is there Like, is there a recording of them saying that? Is there a writing of them saying that? Or is this just hearsay? No, this is I understand. Like, I understand that this investigation's been going on a while, and I think this article is doing a really bad job of describing the problems that are being found in this investigation. I definitely think that there are some things that need to be addressed, but the way that this article is written is very vague and not it really doesn't make enough of a case. Like, you know what I mean? It really sounds glossed over in this article. Let's see. I have Alex, so you can run longer the show if you want to do a reaction to the video. It's a half-hour long. Where is the video? Hey, Spittle Buggies. Okay, hold on. Should really just watch that. Okay, let's take a look. Oh man. Let's take a listen here. Let's see. 36 minutes. Jesus Christ. That is a long video. I don't know if I want to take up the whole show with this. Quite frankly. That is a long video. And I mean, like, I'm interested, but I don't know if I want to take up the whole show with this. Let's see. Where am I here? We'll take a bit of a look here. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. Okay.
The DFEH.
Let's finish this article here.
The DFEH also noted women of color were particularly vulnerable targets of discriminatory practices. Heading Level 2. Inaccurate complaint. In its fierce rebuttal, Activision said the DFEH filing includes distorted, and in many cases false, descriptions of Blizzard's past. The picture the DFEH paints is not the Blizzard workplace of today, it said, adding it had made significant changes to internal procedures and introduced compulsory anti-harassment training. The DFEH was required by law to have good faith discussions with us to better understand and to resolve any claims or concerns before going to litigation, but they failed to do so. You are currently on a text element. Instead, they rushed to file an inaccurate complaint. The DFEH, in its filing, said it had attempted to resolve things before filing the legal action. It required all parties to participate in a mandatory dispute resolution, but both sides had been unable to resolve the problems. You are heading Level 2. Related topics.
So yeah, that's what the CBC article has to say. Let's take a quick look at the video. We'll see here. And then we will move on to the other stuff. Oh man, okay. Lord Famine, hello. Where am I here? Okay. Where am I? Come on. Okay, let's get this set up here. Okay, let's see here. Do. Let's share the screen. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to watch the whole 36 minutes, but I do want to take a little bit. I do want to see what he's found here. Cuz I do have other things that I wanted to talk about. So I don't want to like do the whole stream on this. Okay. But let's take a look at this. All right. Why are you... Sorry, I'm lost here. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Activision Blizzard is getting sued, and I want to make this very clear. This is not a twit longer. This is not a disgruntled e-girl.
Neither am I.
This is the state of California has done a 2-year investigation on Activision Blizzard, and now they're suing them. This is no bullshit. This isn't some, oh, well, it's he said, she said. Nah, man. I understand everybody deserves their day in court. Everybody should have the presumption of innocence. But I'm not a court. If I had to guess, I'd say they're fucking guilty. However, they do deserve their day in court. They deserve their chance. They deserve their opportunity. And they deserve their right to defend themselves, even though I think it happened. It's been confirmed by, like, what, fucking a dozen employees, man? Video game giant Activision Blizzard, maker of games including World of Warcraft and Diablo, fosters a frat boy culture in which female employees are subjected to constant sexual harassment, unequal pay, and retaliation, according to a lawsuit filed by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing. So, I find myself quite vindicated, because after year and year of being told that things like go big dick is misogynistic or bad, or they don't want to deal with me because of these things, I feel pretty fucking vindicated whenever I see this. The hypocrisy, it's more than that. It's the sanctimoniousness of it. Hypocrisy, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with hypocrisy. But if you're sanctimonious about it, you can eat shit. That's what I'm fucking done with, man. I hate that shit so much. Anyway, let's go back over here. 2-year investigation by the state agency found that the company discriminated against female employees in terms and conditions of employment, including compensation, assignment, promotion, and termination. Company leadership consistently failed to take steps to prevent discrimination, harassment, and retaliation, the agency said. According to the complaint filed Tuesday, Female employees make up around 20% of the Activision workforce and are subjected to pervasive frat boy workplace culture, including cube crawls, in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles and often engage in inappropriate behavior through towards female employees. Drinking copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through various cubicles in the office is not that bad. I don't care about this.
No.
This could be a fun place to work. This is not. This is where I draw the line. One of these things is bad, and the other thing, sends you to jail. Okay? Like, you know me. Like, this is, like, you have to keep this in mind. Whenever I'm making this statement, keep in mind that I do not drink. I never drink.
Okay, this guy is really boring. Sure, yeah, they do deserve their day in court, yeah. I don't know, this guy, I can't. Oh. Hello? What's... Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, this guy's really annoying. Okay, let's... Yeah, okay, I'll... Yeah. Okay. Apparently I need to skip forward. Yeah, let's try this. I don't know. He's really fucking aggravating. Okay, let's see here. Holy crap. So apparently...
For context, I worked there for about a year in 2006, 2007, propositioning, harassing employees, and did so on several occasions, not just at events. I was personally watched him get so wasted at one Christmas party in Paris that he couldn't make his end of the night speech. What the fuck? Third, I know of someone who was assaulted by a different fuckwit on a work trip to California. When she tried to report it to the EU, the issue was deemed complicated. Instead, HR informed the attacker of the report, to which he replied, "I only go for thin women." Finally, death threats aimed at employees were, to my knowledge, not taken seriously, at the least. In one case, the report led to legal asking the person if they were sure it wasn't from a pissed off ex or someone that you flirted with. This right here is really bothersome to me. And the reason why this one and the death threats is so bothersome to me.
That's a problem. Like, if human resources is notifying people of complaints, that's not okay. Human resources is supposed to be there specifically to facilitate things if there are problems, and they're not supposed to run to the person that the complaint's being filed against and be like, "Hey, did you hear what so and so said about you?"
Is because the fact that the Blizzard will not take this seriously. How much do you want to fucking bet that this probably has something to do with the reason why devs don't communicate with us? Do you understand how this complete lack of fucking accountability and lack of professionalism has led to the negative effects of our game. This has been something that has affected us personally.
I have that is true. Like I do hear a lot of people that play Activision games say that they're very disappointed with the lack of communication from the devs, the lack of fixes in games that people have been begging for. The content in games that nobody wants. I think, yeah, I think that is a valid point that he's making.
On an indirect level, it's like a domino effect. It's like one domino is, people getting death threats. And then the next domino is legal not taking it seriously. And then the next domino is the game not going well because people are being sexually harassed and stressed out at work. And then the next domino after that is devs don't want to speak about it publicly because whenever they do, they get death threats. And then the domino after that is then whenever they report the death threats to legal, they get blamed for them. So guess what happens? Here's the final fucking domino, is we get to talk to fucking nobody. So This is the Alex Afrasabi thing. We're going to read this one here now, okay? In a blatant example of defendant's refusal to deal with the harasser because of his seniority and position, Alex Afrasabi, the former senior creative director of World of Warcraft at Blizzard Entertainment, was permitted to engage in blatant sexual harassment with little to no repercussions. During a company event, an annual convention called BlizzCon, Afrasabi would hit on female employees, telling him he wanted to marry them, attempting to kiss them, and putting his arms around them. This was in plain view of other male employees, including supervisors, who had to intervene and pull him off female employees.
Jesus Christ, dude. What is wrong with you? Get like, holy crap. Boundaries.
Afrasabi is so well known to engage in harassment of females that his suite was nicknamed the Crosby Suite after
Oh, wow. Okay.
alleged rapist Bill Crosby. Afrasabi would also call females derogatory names at company events. Afrasabi's conduct was known to Blizzard Entertainment's executives, who took no effective remedial measures. J. Allen Brack, president of Blizzard Entertainment, allegedly had multiple conversations with Afrasabi about his drinking and that he had been too friendly towards female employees, but gave Afrasabi a slap on the wrist, verbal counseling in response to these incidents. Subsequently, Afrasabi continued to make unwanted advances towards female employees, including grabbing a female employee's hand and inviting her to his hotel room and groping another woman.
Dude, just fire the guy. Just fire the guy. Seriously. Why is this so hard? I know. The COD players bitch like no other. Like, even MK11 players don't bitch about their game as much as COD players do. I don't get it.
It's just...
Hello?
Oh, man. This is why you don't drink excessively, guys. Like, obviously, the guy's a piece of shit. But, like, if you're a little bit of a piece of shit, getting drunk like this, like, this is what happens, man. Yeah, obviously, he's a fucking creep. But it's like, the drinking element of it, it's like having world buffs, okay? If we want to use classic WoW, it's like...
Okay,
gas was docked due to underperforming. And when I went to HR to fight it with proof against his claims, I was told, maybe you are underperforming. The fucked up part, I hated leaving. But Blizzard was my dream job, and I loved to work there, and the people that I worked with, to the point to almost returning. But the amount of people who still remain in management positions, even after multiple accusations, have kept me away. Years later, during a studio visit with some friends, I saw him and we made eye contact. I spent the next 10 minutes locked in the bathroom crying. I love Blizzard, I truly did, but they employ predators in every sense. To anyone else who's ever been unfairly treated, to made feel lesser in the workplace because of their gender, age, race, or sexuality, I know how you feel. My DMs are always open. In 2014, my team manager, boss's boss, harassed me daily while pregnant. He would write me up for using the restroom to pee at 8 to 9 months pregnant, claiming that I was outside my...
Jesus Christ, if anyone even has a girlfriend who is pregnant, at 8 to 9 months pregnant, You have to pee all the fucking time. All the time. And to get written up for going to the restroom to go pee, that's bullshit.
Allotted breaks for an adherence metric. Every day I'd come to work being told that it might be the day that I got fired. At that time, I was the top stack ranked GM for productivity, number of completed tickets, and top 5 to 10 for customer satisfaction and survey results. I'd waver between being number 1 and number 2 ranked GM they had half the time. Half at the time. I ended up just never drinking at work and landed in the ER due to dehydration. My direct supervisor used to sneak up behind me and grab...
Christ. When she's pregnant, she landed in the hospital for dehydration. Because she wasn't drinking enough at work. At 8 or 9 months, well, at any time in a pregnancy, that's dangerous. For the baby. That's fucked up.
Grab my sides or shoulders and yell to scare me. I'm very jumpy and would always scream. He'd laugh at me and tell me to chill out whenever I begged them to stop. When I complained to my team manager, he gave me an essay written by some Harvard Business School professor about being too sensitive to criticism. I was made to read it at home, then sit in a room alone with the 2 men explaining what I had learned in front from it and how I'd stop complaining about the touching going forward.
What the fuck? What in the fuck? That's ridiculous.
So, like, let's be honest, like, that's crazy, man. That's absolutely fucking crazy. I still can't drive by the Austin building without almost throwing up. If low-level CS management behave this way, I can't imagine what the bigwigs in California act like. Fuck you, Miles. I hope you rot in hell. That's so fucking awful, man. Let me read the Blizzard statement, okay? Let's see. Includes distorted... Oh, okay, this is the California. Includes distorted and in many cases false descriptions of Blizzard's past. We have been extremely cooperative with the state of California throughout their investigation, including providing them with extensive data and ample documentation, but they refused to inform us on what issues they perceived. They were required by law to adequately investigate and to have good faith discussions with us to better understand and resolve any claims or concerns before going to litigation.
I'm pretty sure that their concerns are pretty well outlined. Just saying.
But failed to do so. This is like, here's what it's like. I'm thinking of a way to put this. It's like if you're at work and you shit on the floor and your boss comes in and he sees that you just shit on the floor and he says, get the fuck out of the building. And they're like, why? What did I do?
Yeah.
Well, I never got told why I got removed.
Yeah. That's pretty much exactly what Blizzard is doing right now.
They never told me. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I've got no idea. Like, what is this? That wasn't in the rules. Like, the rules say that you have to tell me what I'm supposed to do wrong. It's fucking crazy, man. Instead, they rush to file an inaccurate complaint, as we will demonstrate in court. We are sickened by the reprehensible conduct of the Department of the California. To drag the
Department of California, okay,
of tragic suicide of an employee whose passing has no bearing whatsoever on this case, and with no regard to her grieving family. So they're going for the emotional point.
Yep.
They're saying, how could you possibly bring her family into this? I wonder what her family wants more. I wonder if her family wants to have justice for the people that caused their daughter or their mother or sister to kill herself, or they want it to be swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Yes. How absolutely reprehensible to not sweep this under the rug when she's getting her nudes passed around. When she's getting invited to these company fucking parties and her boss or other employees are bringing butt plugs and lube. And then other people on top of that are also sexually harassing her. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, like that for them to use her as a pawn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Oh, that wasn't all. That wasn't the whole reason. Oh yeah, it was 80% of it. It's just crazy, man. Come back, like, and it's a holiday party, right? It's not even like, oh yeah, it's a private party. No, it's like fucking Merry Christmas. Look at this naked fucking employee. It's Christmas, probably. Thanksgiving. While we find this behavior to be disgraceful and unprofessional. Well, they are the experts. It is unfortunately an example of how they have conducted themselves throughout the course of this investigation. It is this type of irresponsible behavior from unaccountable state bureaucrats that are driving many of the state's best businesses out of California.
Unaccountable, huh? Where's your accountability? Just asking.
That's not true. They're not unaccountable because we can vote them out. Just like 30% of your fucking user base has voted you out in the last year. Talk about unaccountability. How about these executives that are nameless that just get slaps on the wrist for abusing employees, and then the employees get bullied into not talking about it? That's really unaccountable. The picture DFEH paints is not the Blizzard workplace of today. Over the past several years and continuing since the initial investigation started, we've made significant changes to address company culture and reflect more diversity within our leadership teams. Why would the diversity matter?
Yeah.
Like, that's not the problem.
No, it's not. It's not. No, this is no. Yeah, no accountability at all. All right, I think we've covered enough of this. Let's move on. So there's another story that I wanted to talk about. There is a deaf-blind Paralympian. Why did this not close? Close! So there is a deaf-blind Paralympian who has pulled out of the Tokyo Paralympics this year because the U.S. Olympic Commission is refusing to allow individuals to come with their own personal care assistants. There is only one on-call personal care assistant for the entire Paralympic team. Now, for those of you who are going, personal care assistant, what the fuck is that about? These are Paralympians. Why do they need a personal care assistant? What the personal care assistant's job in this situation is to basically help them get around the athlete's village, help them navigate unfamiliar surroundings, basically, because you may be the most independent disabled person on the planet, but if you're in a new city and like in an unfamiliar place, you are going to need some assistance. And the Paralympic Committee is basically saying that you are no longer allowed, and they're using COVID as an excuse, that you're no longer allowed to bring your own personal care assistant, and you must rely on the one personal care assistant that is on call for the entire team. So basically you have only one person in charge of helping 33 disabled people whose disabilities are all different. So there's no specifically certified person available. Yeah, especially being deaf-blind, you need assistance. Exactly, Matt Walker Designs. So the Olympian wrote an opinion piece for USA Today, and we're going to read it. because and it's very well written. So we're gonna take a listen to this this article written by the Paralympian herself. Her name is Rebecca Myers. I'm not sure if anyone has heard about this, but we will cover it here. Let's quickly open this. So yeah, here we go. Howdy, Gunfox. I miss your face, by the way. Aw. Okay, let's get the screen shared. Come on. Okay. No, I don't want a special offer. Go away. Go away. Okay, I need to go to the StreamYard page, which I thought I had done. Stupid computer. Go to the correct window, please. Thank you. So what I'm thinking of doing is on Monday, since it will be the day before my birthday, I'm thinking of doing like a pre-birthday call-in show. Okay. All right. So this is an opinion piece that she wrote, that Rebecca Myers wrote for, or Becca Myers, sorry, wrote for the USA Today. Where are we here? Headline. Come here. Okay, come here. Come here, article. Okay. This piece expresses the views of its authors, separate from those of its publication, blah, blah, blah. Okay, opinion. Paralympic swimmer. I don't want to pull out of Tokyo Games, but I've been given no choice. I am a deaf-blind swimmer. How can I feel safe navigating the chaotic and confusing Paralympic venues without a personal care assistant I trust? Which is a valid question. A very valid question. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's get through the videos and the ads. And more ads. Let's see here. Come on. Jesus, this site is laid out badly. Like, holy shit. Where's the article? Holy Christ. On my phone, this was completely navigable. Like, I read the whole article, so I know what it talks about, and I was completely able to navigate the site on my phone. And now the computer web version of the website is pretty bad. Holy shit. Like, this is pretty sad here. Okay. Come on. Okay, stop. I'm gonna have to... Okay, unfortunately, I can't read the article because the computer version of the website is ridiculous. Anyway, I'm just gonna go through it. So, she pulled out of the Olympics this summer because she has no personal care assistant that she knows and trusts that is certified to deal with deafblind people. In 2016 at Rio, she was put in a position where she was not given all of the needs that she needed and access to what she needed, and was therefore sent out of the village to the hotel her parents were staying in, so that she could, because she wasn't able to find the cafeterias properly. She wasn't able to get anywhere, and she made the promise to herself that she basically wouldn't be put in that position again. And because of not being allowed to bring her own personal care assistant and having to rely on the single assistant provided for the entire team, she doesn't feel that she'll be safe. She doesn't feel that she'll be able to prepare herself to perform properly, which I completely understand. And she's doing this basically to make a statement and to help other disabled or deafblind Paralympians to get the access that they need. So yeah, that's and I'm, you know me, like if I see something from a disabled person that is completely ridiculous, I'll call it out. But on the same on that same note, if there is something like if there's an access issue that's not being met, absolutely, I stand 100% behind her. If she's not safe, if she doesn't feel safe and can therefore relax and train the last few days to prepare herself to perform at her top form, then absolutely pull out. Your safety is number one, and if you don't feel safe, then you don't feel like you can de-stress and focus on preparing yourself. And it does kind of suck that the Olympics are not providing the necessary access needs for their disabled competitors. That's absolutely not helpful for giving the Paralympians the access to perform on an equal playing field. If their needs are not being met, then they can't focus on because the Olympic Committee has forbade it, Gunfox. They are saying she is not allowed. She must rely, and all Paralympians on the team must rely on the single personal care assistant on call for the entire team. It's come from the USOPC, so the US Olympic Commission has made this decision. Yeah, they are fucking idiots. So, absolutely, she has the absolute right to pull out, and she has the right to be safe. She has the right to be focused on performing and not focused on, am I going to get lost in a new city, in a country where I don't speak the language, in where everyone is masked up, And, like, she does have enough vision where she can lip read, but if everyone's masked up, how is she supposed to lip read? You know, it's a clusterfuck. And she's got no, like, I absolutely think she has every right to pull out. And it really, it must have gutted her to do it. Like, Olympians and Paralympians don't necessarily, you know, throw in the towel at the first sign of trouble. So, I mean, for a Paralympian or an Olympian to pull out of something like this, that's some principles right there. That's pretty impressive. I absolutely applaud her principles and her the strength that she had to pull out of the Olympics, because that is, you know, that's the highest level of competition for sport. That would just gut me, man. If I had to pull out of something like that, that would make me really upset. Let's see here. All right. So now we're going to take a look at a NASA story, because this wouldn't be a coffee stream without a space story. Okay. So NASA's InSight probe has been busy. So this is from Engadget.com. Let's see. And headline is... Where? There it is. Okay. Passing through the advertisements. Here we go. Okay, so NASA's InSight probe reveals the first detailed look at the inside of Mars. It's vastly different from the Earth's interior. All right, let's take a listen. Let's take a listen. Sponsored links, blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Let me just read the article. Nobody cares about the community either. I just want to read the fucking content. Okay. Here we go. Getting through the sharing links now. Here we go.
In this article, link, seismic. Your Chrome link, mantle.
Oh, the keywords.
Link, link, NASA. Link, probe. Link, Mars. Link, InSight. Your link.
Ugh. Jesus
Chrome
Christ, people. Sorry, guys. Apparently I need to get through all the keywords. Alright, here we go. Now we've found the article.
NASA's InSight lander. Link, arrived on Mars in 2018 too. Link, learn about its interior. Chrome has new window. By monitoring Mars quakes, and now the project is starting to really pay off. NASA
Oh, Mars quakes. Cool. I didn't know Mars had quakes.
By monitoring Mars quakes, and now the project is starting to really pay off. NASA has, link, announced that researchers have mapped the red planet's interior and discovered some big surprises and major differences with Earth.
Very good. They mapped the whole thing? Why are we not mapping our interior? Why are we not probing our interior? Yay! My sister just texted me that she passed her driver's test. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, why are we not using the NASA probe to probe our own planet?
The map is the first ever of the interior of another planet. Compared to Earth, Mars has a thicker crust, thinner mantle layer, and a bigger, less dense and more liquid core than expected. That in turn suggests that Mars may have formed millions of years before our planet, when the sun itself was still not fully formed. You are correct.
Interesting.
It gives us our first sample of the inside of another rocky planet like Earth, built out of the same materials but very, very different. University of Cambridge seismologist Sonic Cutter, who wasn't involved in the project, told the link Wall Street Journal. It is impressive. Chrome has new window. Constructing a map from the limited data provided by InSight was no easy, featuring the probe only recorded quakes from one location and has just a single seismometer, for one thing. And Mars, while seismically active, link didn't have. You are currently on a link any quakes larger than around 4 on the Richter scale.
Oh, okay. So they have very, very, they have, low quakes. They're not. Congratulations to Miss. Yeah, I'm super proud of her. She's doing a good job. Bigger planet, atmospheric pressure, more water density makes it much harder. Yeah, that's true. We could send the probe down to one of the oceans, though, like through the crust of the ocean. I don't know.
Chrome has new window. NASA's InSight reveals the first detailed look at the interior of Mars. Image. Science.
So this is the image that they've got.
Still, taking that data, along with planet's magnetism and orbital wobbles, scientists were able to create a detailed map. The planet's innermost core was found to have a diameter of around 2,275 miles, larger than previously thought.
Damn.
Given the mass of the planet as a whole, that implies that the iron/nickel core likely contains lighter elements like sulfur, oxygen, and carbon.
That's a big core. Holy shit.
The crust, meanwhile, was found to be very old. It was also thicker in Mars' southern highlands and thinner in the northern lowlands, which may have hosted oceans long ago. On average, it's between 15 and 45 miles thick and split into several layers of volcanic rock. You are currently on a text element.
So does it have plates though? Mars is safer than California. Yeah, apparently. Apparently so.
The mantle between the crust and core extends roughly 970 miles below the surface. It's thinner than Earth's and has a different composition, which suggests the two planets arose from different materials when they formed. This might be the simple explanation why we don't see plate tectonics on Mars. EDH Zerk, geophysicist and study co-author Amir Khan told the link, New York Times.
Okay, so it doesn't have tectonic plates. Okay. So that might be why the seismic activity is less. But yeah, that's interesting that its mantle is made up of different stuff than ours is, and its core is big. I didn't think its core would be bigger than ours. That's interesting.
You are currently on a tech link. You are currently on. The results has given scientists new insight into not just the inside of Mars, but how rocky planets form in general. That will help them develop new theories about planet formation that could become particularly valuable in the near future, when new instruments like the James Webb Space Telescope will allow astronomers to scan exoplanets around the galaxy. NASA will reveal more about its findings in a live event. Link, later today. You are currently all products recommended by Engadget are so.
That is kind of cool though, that they were able to determine this. And I honestly, the planets, the interior of the planet that I want to know about is Venus. I want to know what makes Venus go. I want to know what happened to Venus, and I think it would be really cool. Hey, Trippy! I think it would be really cool if we could discover what is in the interior of Venus. If Venus has tectonic plates, if Venus's core is still spinning, if what Venus's core is made of, if it's still iron and nickel like ours is. I think that would be really cool to find out. Um. So yeah, that's that story, and I think there's one more that I have that we will look at before we end the show. If my computer will behave. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, as I'm sure those of you with any sort of gaming console or anything, or Steam, knew, there was a big outage yesterday for internet and Steam and PlayStation Network. So let's take a look at that before we end here. All right, let's share the screen. Ah, good coffee. Okay. So let's take a look here. Okay. So this is our last story of the day.
Link. Business. Heading level 1. Massive outage disrupts internet services in Canada and around the world. Chrome has new window.
So yeah, massive internet outage disrupts service in Canada and the rest
Heading
of
level
the
2.
world.
Social.
So this is a
List.
CBC article.
Link. End of list. Heading level 2. Link. Pete. Middle dot CBC News. Chrome has new window. Thousands of websites and digital services around the world were unavailable on Thursday after cloud computing company Akamai experienced what it called a service incident.
A service incident, huh?
Akamai, a Massachusetts-based company whose services work behind the scenes to keep large portions of the internet functioning, said on its website that it is aware of an emerging issue with the Edge DNS service. Akamai, a Massachusetts-based company whose services work behind the DNS stands for Domain Name System, which, broadly speaking, is how Internet Protocol or IP addresses read by computers get translated into words that can be read by humans.
Okay.
Heading level 2. Typically, a DNS service is what keeps websites up and running when they are under siege from malicious third parties trying to overwhelm them by sending a huge flood of traffic to them all at once.
Okay.
Akamai's DNS services guard against those attacks, known as DDoS or distributed denial of service attacks.
Okay.
They're like a shield that steps in between you and the website. Matt Hetfield, campaigns director with digital rights watchdog Open Media, said in an interview. But when that
Oops.
Akamai's DNS services, they're like a shield that steps in between you and the website. Matt Hetfield, campaigns director with digital rights watchdog Open Media, said in an interview. But when that service has problems, it means all the sites that use them as protection have problems.
Oh no. That's not a good thing. This is why the US should not have let the internet go. I feel like that's a good thing. More people need to get off the internet. Not wrong, Johnny Blaze. Not wrong. Let's see here. All right.
List one item.
Oh, there's a link
Bullet.
here to
Link.
read.
And list one item. Bullet. Link. And we are aware of an website. End of list. Affected websites were not loading and displayed various DNS-related service errors.
Oh, God.
We are aware of an emerging issue with the Edge DNS service, Akamai said on its website. We are actively investigating the issue. Akamai said the disruption was not caused by a cyber attack.
Oh,
You are
that's
currently on a
good.
text element.
That's good.
Heading level 2. A little after 1 p.m. ET, the company said on Twitter that it had fixed the problem. We have implemented a fix for this issue, and based on current observations, the service is resuming normal operations. We will continue to monitor to ensure that the impact has been fully mitigated. You are currently...
Yeah, it was affecting like Steam and PSN and like apparently the MK11 servers were down. It was crazy.
Twitter tweet. Group. Twitter embed. End of. Thousands of websites and digital services around the world were unavailable on Thursday after...
So yeah, that's what happened yesterday. It was apparently not a cyber attack, which is always a good thing. always happy to hear that that you know, cyber attacks were not behind things like that. So I do thank you all for coming. I'm gonna go rest up for a little bit, and hopefully I'll be feeling well enough to do a Beat the Blind Girl tonight. So please keep an eye out for that over on Twitch. And of course, we'll be doing Star Trek tomorrow, and that will be discussing things that we would have wanted to see more of from the series that we talk about. You know, like, for example, you know, a culture that we were introduced to that we didn't get to see much of, or a plot line that didn't go, you know, either that didn't go anywhere, or that didn't go, you know, far enough. Or, you know, maybe planets that we would have liked to see more of, technology we would have liked to see more of, you know, stuff like that. Just, you know, stuff we would have liked to see more of. So, thank you for watching. Come by for tomorrow's Star Trek stream, and have a great rest of your Friday. Thanks, guys.